Hello everyone, my name is Fabo and welcome back to Minecraft FTB Infinity Evolved. And in today's video I want to talk about some of my video formats and also why I am so obsessed with nostalgia on my channel. So let's start. Well, with my video formats, for example my soda reviews, I know I haven't posted any in a while. Like when I stopped doing YouTube for a while, I still don't upload any of them, just gameplay videos. And there are multiple reasons why. First of all, when I was recording the soda reviews, I was using a phone holder, and that phone holder basically was something you could put your phone inside of on one side and it held it, and the other part of the phone holder you could just put on a wall or a table, like anything, and then just screw the phone holder onto the table or wall or whatever you used with a crank. And that phone holder broke. I didn't replace it yet. I did try for a few videos to just use something else. For example, put it on a book and try to balance it out with books and with pens, with anything I could find on my desk to hold the phone in place. Another idea was trying to fix the phone holder, but none of the things I tried were viable, so I just gave up eventually on repairing it. I didn't buy a new one either, so that's also out of the question. Then my other reasons are, it's not really healthy to drink different sodas per day. Like, I know what I drink in diet soda in a day is not healthy either. But on top of that, using energy drinks with high caffeine or sodas with high sugar content or artificial sweeteners, that's probably wouldn't be healthy for me to do long term. And also, when I was recording the videos, I had to make sure I would be able to pre-record a lot, because if you don't upload something regularly onto YouTube, the algorithm punishes you a bit by not pushing your videos out then in comparison to if you just upload on a regular schedule. And I don't think I could make enough videos long term where I would try so many sodas. And another thing is that when I did make those soda reviews, I never put too much emotion into my voice. And that's just because I just differentiate between I like the taste of the soda or I don't like the taste, and never describing the flavor, just saying if I like it or not. And because I don't put too much description or emotion into what I like about a soda or don't like about a soda, I think it's not too entertaining for you to watch. And since I try to make interesting videos, I do want to make entertaining videos, and I don't think, like, I noticed it myself, I don't find my soda reviews that interesting, with a few exceptions. So I might do a compromise where if I find something special, for example, those sodas I got in France last year, where the bottle cap had a motivational message On the underside, I will just do what I did last year with those sodas and post a YouTube community post where maybe I show a picture of the soda or of the special part of the soda, but I don't think I will continue making soda videos like I did in the past. If I get something super rare or super special when visiting another country, I might make a long YouTube video, like not a short format video, but a long video, similar to how I did the unboxing of the GameStop box, where I had the anime box a few months ago. I might do something like that, but I probably won't continue the short format of soda reviews. Hello, I'm editing the video right now and I'm experimenting on whether I should do it the way I used to, where I the Minecraft gameplay while also talking about the topics, or if I should just add in the audio where I talk about the topics later on. I'm not too sure yet, but I'm experimenting with it to see which option might be better. And I'll also use this opportunity to talk about topics I forgot about during the video. So please enjoy the rest. Other formats, for example, series like Metro 2033 or FNAF Ruin, won't be uploaded either, because with Metro I did try to play it a lot and I noticed I didn't have much fun in the game with how often I died, and even when I streamed it I noticed I don't really like the game. So there won't be more content about that. And with the FNAF Ruin DLC, I did like the game and I did fully record it, but I don't know if I will be uploading the rest of the videos now. I might get around to cutting and editing them sometime in the future, but it will be more of a filler for when I don't have time to record something else, especially since I didn't have a good quality microphone back then. I might replay the FNAF games sometime in the future, but I don't plan to cut and edit the rest of the Rune DLC. Maybe I will take down the uploaded YouTube videos of that game sometime in the future. I'm not sure about that, but I do know that I won't be uploading the rest of the DLC, at least for now. Now, onto my next topic. Why am I so obsessed with nostalgia? Well, I'm no psychologist, so I don't know the full psychological aspect of liking nostalgia so much. So I don't know what it is exactly about nostalgia and me. I don't know what it's really all about nostalgia, but I like nostalgia probably because it takes me into the past and into a past state of mind where you don't have any burden of knowledge, burden of responsibility you do as an adult, especially with what you see in the news every single day. And nostalgia helps me relax and get back the sense of happiness, the sense of carelessness you had in the past as a child, the carefreeness and the spare time you had back then. Using nostalgia helps me bring back that feeling, like where my day just consisted of going to school for 5 to 7 hours at most, and then just being able to relax. And nowadays, as an adult, you have all sorts of responsibilities. You have to go to work. And I do love my job, as I mentioned in a previous video. I do love my job, but anything you do for 40 hours a week is exhausting eventually. And again, even if you love a job, you will get exhausted. And relaxing and self-care is very important. And I say that with just 40 hours per week. I know that, for example, in healthcare or in service job or in any physical labor job, it's much more of an impact. And I do have respect for people who work in those jobs. But even at a 40-hour job as a software developer, I do get exhausted after working for 8 hours in a day. Like, sure, there are breaks, there's talking to your coworkers, and you don't have to take work home except when you work in home office. Regardless of what you work, anything you do for multiple hours a day can be exhausting long term. So it's important for people to relax, and since nostalgia works for me, especially with my sense of imagination where I space out easily, where I don't know how to describe it, but with nostalgia, when I think about the nostalgia, it literally feels like I'm back at where I was years ago. Like, the present is foggy, blurry, I don't know how to describe it, and nostalgia just takes you back a little, and yeah, you feel the emotions you felt back then, the carelessness you had, the peace of mind you had, and not being as exhausted as you are as an adult. So yeah, that's why I like to focus on nostalgia. And a strong part of my childhood, well, is it still a childhood at a certain age? I guess it is. Yeah. When you play as much Minecraft as I did, for example, your main focus of nostalgia might be in mod packs. And for me, the mod packs I have the most nostalgia with is for FTB Lite 1.4.7, for Hexit from the Technic Launcher, for Sky Factory version 2.4 from the AT Launcher, and FTB Infinity 1.7.10. And out of those mod packs, I chose this one because, one, it has the benefit of the most feature-heavy mods in comparison to the others. It's on my favorite modded Minecraft version, and it's in an overworld map, which is good for me because when I talk about something, or if I just need a clearer state of mind, I love to just aimlessly walk around in Minecraft, and it's much easier if you do this on a normal map in comparison to using, for example, a Skyblock modpack like Sky Factory. But now that we collected the sand, we now have everything we need for a basic smeltery. Well, it won't be as basic because I got more material than I need for the basics. But we'll just make a smeltery, yeah. I don't think I need to expand on that much more until we actually build it. We can complete this quest. Another part of my nostalgia besides Minecraft are browser games, especially the Trollfest quest games, which is also why I play those a lot. And I think I played most, if not all of them. And since I played them, for the most part, I know what I'm doing, so it might not be as spectacular, but at the same time not as frustrating to watch. And I guess those gameplay videos might be more for people who just want to know the solution. But still, I enjoy playing the Trollfest quest games, so that's what I'm gonna play. And since we are already working on the smeltery, we should probably try to terraform a bit so we can actually build a house. Though, to warn you guys, I'm terrible at building houses. Like, most of the time I build a house, it's just a box. And yes, I say this about a game like Minecraft. But yeah, I suck at building. Most of the time I play Minecraft, I usually just experiment with different mods or with different features and probably waste most resources I have on that. People who played modpacks with me can confirm that I waste lots of resources when I do that. And I assume that you are watching that. So if you know that I'm talking about you, you know. Also, our shovel broke, but we can just repair it. And I said before that I wanted to build my smeltery here. But what I'm going to do is actually place down a few more blocks. And then... yeah, right. Here. So now... we got some seared bricks, and I can demonstrate on how a smeltery works. First of all, you need a smeltery controller. This is essentially the brain of the smeltery. And every time you work on a different part of Tinker's construct, you get a new book. So now, to start with the smeltery, we need to think about how a smeltery works. You see the 3x3 blocks in the floor I just removed? Those are the floor blocks of the smeltery. The smeltery is basically just a big tank where you can melt metal and some other non-metal things, and can also turn them into different alloys, and you can just basically have liquefied metal in here. And to start with the smeltery, we first need to place a smeltery controller down. Though actually it's not really that important in what order you place them. It's more about that you complete the structure eventually. And once it's completed, it will work immediately. So now, since we broke it, we got the items back. So, stencil table, I would say here. Pattern chest here. And pattern chests actually keep the stencils they have inside when you break them. The stencil table itself doesn't. Then the part builder and the tool station, but you won't place it down just yet. Next we need more of the seared bricks. Then the quest book already recognized our smeltery controller. And when you open the smeltery controller, you can see it has a tank. Well, it actually has two tanks. The tank on the left, the bigger tank with the lines, represents the metal and non-metal things we melted in the smeltery, or any liquids we have inside the smeltery that aren't fuel. And on the right we have the tank for fuel. And as you can see, it's empty because, first of all, we didn't melt anything yet, we didn't add any fuel, and the smeltery isn't completed yet, obviously because it's just the controller we have placed. Next of all, we need at least one tank. And that is made with the same pattern of the smeltery controller, but also with a piece of glass. And then we have the seared tank, which is the heart of the smeltery, which we will place here. Oh, but what the hell? Ah, it's from the Headcrumbs mod. The Headcrumbs mod is a mod where you can get the heads of almost any mob, or at least any vanilla mob. And that also includes YouTuber NPCs, like the one we just encountered. I have no idea which YouTuber that was, especially since I didn't pay much attention to the name or skin, and I didn't recognize the skin, so I probably don't know that YouTuber. But yeah, as I was saying, the seared tank is the heart of the smeltery. And in that you can store fuel. And in the default version of Tinker's Construct, we just use lava for fuel, since lava is the default Minecraft liquid fuel, I guess. And now, since we are using a mod pack that has thermal expansion, or any of the thermal mods, which is basically consisting of thermal expansion, thermal foundation, thermal dynamics, and much more. We have more liquids. We have destabilized redstone, we have energized glowstone, we have resonant ender, we have blazing pyrotheum, we have gelid cryothium, we have Zephyrian aerophium, we have tectonic pretotheum, primal mana, steam, and liquefacted coal. And those have different purpose. Like, I do know about destabilized redstone, but basically most of these liquids being used in different types of cables, like the ones you can see here. I do know that destabilized redstone, energized glowstone, resonant ender, and gelid cryothium can be used to cool down a reactor from the Big Reactors mod. But what's more important for Tinker's Construct is blazing pyrotheum, which can be used as a fuel, which is much faster and more efficient than lava in melting things in the smeltery. And I love it when mods have cross compatibility. And that took a lot of attempts to pronounce. And yeah, I love it when mods work with each other this much. It's just awesome. What I was trying to say is you can use a different fuel as well. I don't know if there are other fuels from other mods you can use here, but I only know about lava and pyrotheum being usable in here. So yeah. Next off, we need at least one smeltery drain to be able to actually use it. And we can place it, I would say, here. And it places it where you're looking. So we try to do this. It will face here, though it doesn't really matter that much because you can put because you can output the liquid on other faces of the block as well. So it's not too important which way it's facing, but this is the way it's intended to face when pouring things out. But you can't put this down on its own. We also need either some fuel pipe, either some pipe to drain the liquid, or we can just use the default way added by Tinker's Construct and get a seared faucet. And now we could drain liquids out with this. There are different ways of transporting it, but the two main ways we can use are either through a casting table or a casting basin. And I put another one here because I want to expand smeltery to have another one here. We have another drain here. And now you might ask yourself, what do I need to do for the rest? You could just turn the rest into seared bricks. We don't have enough to finish the smeltery, but essentially when it's finished, we just need to fill in this, and we need to fill in the surrounding ring. We don't need to fill in the corners necessarily, but we need to have a ring around the floor. And the smeltery can be any size from 1x1 until a huge maximum size. I don't have the number in mind, but essentially the minimum is 1x1 as a floor, but it's not too limited on the maximum size. Smelteries can become very, very big, but in most cases a 3x3 should be more than enough. And that's going to be it for today's video. Please like and subscribe to support me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!